First of all, let me say Happy Mother's Day. When I say that, it's funny. I don't just mean all of you who are mothers, and a bunch of you are, and I want you to have a Happy Mother's Day too. But I'm especially speaking to those of us who are a little older. So when we think of our mothers, they're pretty elderly. My mother's in her 80s, and so Mother's Day has come to mean a lot different things to me as I got older. So first of all, much love, best wishes to all the mothers out there, the young ones all the way up. But then this video again is for those of us who are older, who are treasuring our mothers in their twilight. Serious day for me because I did call my mama and I spoke to her and we spoke a good while. And I felt the blessing of being able to hear her voice. And I thought of a friend of mine, Meredith Beal, who just recently lost his mother, and how that family must be feeling right now at this difficult time. We got to enjoy the time we have left with these folks we hold dear. I know for me, it's almost a persistent fear I have now of losing my mother. And every time I see her and talk to her, I'm reminded of how much she seemed to have aged in the last years. Seems like age speeds up. One day your parents are getting older, and one day they are really old. And then one day you're wondering if you will have to see another Mother's Day with them. I don't know. I do thank God that I do have my mother, and I'm pledging to spend as much time as I can with her during the time I have left with her. So many things that I want to show her and thank her for. And it's funny, in my conversation with my mother this evening, she was constantly reminding me of things that she was proud of in me. I called to tell her how much I love her. And her big thing was telling me how proud she was of me, of being courageous, she said, and doing all these things and living life fully. And I told her the philosophies I have for living, I got from you. The philosophies I have toward giving, I got from you. I'm one of those lucky people who have had the challenge of my whole life of living up to my parents, both of them. And I guess it's a wonderful kind of a issue to have. You know, I've spent most of my adult life trying to be the man my father would have wanted me to be, and I spent most of the time trying to make my mama happy too. Wonderful to have parents like this who've never ever given me bad advice, always shown me love. In fact, I'm fond of saying I must have did something right in that last lifetime for the good Lord to have given me to these two as a child. My mother and my father were a blessing that I received even before I was born. So, Mother's Day. My mother says every day is Mother's Day. That's what she tells me all the time. She says to me, every day is Mother's Day. Every day that her children are not in jail or on drugs. She said that the fact that her children are relatively happy, that's her solace. Love you, Mom. I owe you everything. I would be nothing were it not for you. Everything I have done is to your credit, even though I know what you always say. You say to me all the time, I'm not going to take credit for your good things, and I'm not going to take credit for your bad things either. So, and that's all right. I just want you to know, Mama, without you, boy oh boy, without you, thank you for being there, being my rock, my wall. Whenever I struggled, I knew where my support was. High school football, Mama. High school football. I always knew where you were in the stands because I could hear you. I could hear my mother at every football game cheering me. Cheering me. So, for all of us who still have mothers out there that we can enjoy, blessing to you. To all of us who've already lost parents, prayers and blessings to you also. And I once again will humbly bow my head and thank the good Lord for my parents, the greatest gift I've ever been given.